Hello and welcome to GamingBolt, and today we're going over this week's news. Starting off with Call of Duty Black Ops 4. Multiplayer has often been a defining hallmark for every Call of Duty title, but despite the heavy emphasis on the same, a traditional single-player campaign has always been around for players to fall back on. That may not be the case with Treyarch's Call of Duty Black Ops 4. Anonymous sources speaking to Polygon revealed that the sequel wouldn't have a single-player campaign. The current focus at Treyarch is on expanding the multiplayer and the co-op zombies experience, the latter serving as a substitute for the usual campaign. Though the source said that single-player campaign development wouldn't be completed on time, Charlie Intel received additional information that it was cancelled by Activision due to being too out there and outlandish. If you paid any attention to the story in Black Ops 3, that's not entirely unrealistic. However, a single-player campaign with big-budget production values, Hollywood voice actors, and bombastic set pieces has always been a part of every Call of Duty. We take this rumor with a huge grain of salt as a result. Call of Duty Black Ops 4 is out on October 12th for Xbox One, PS4, and PC, with a special reveal event scheduled for May 17th. And in news that should surprise absolutely no one, Electronic Arts and DICE are prototyping a Battle Royale mode for the upcoming Battlefield game this year, having allegedly been leaked earlier as Battlefield 5. Battlefield Battle Royale is currently being prototyped and tested, a DICE insider revealed to VentureBeat. Battle Royale games, such as PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds and Fortnite Battle Royale, involve 100 players landing on a map and then slowly taking each other out on a gradually shrinking playable area, until only one is left standing. The mode has become extremely popular, as evidenced by rumors that a Battle Royale mode, developed by Raven Software, would also be coming to Call of Duty Black Ops 4. Between that news, the mode's enduring popularity, as well as the fact that Battlefield games have always been known for their large-scale multiplayer modes, it should come as no surprise that one might be in the works for the next Battlefield as well. As of right now, however, this is just a rumor, so don't go around banding it as a fact. We imagine that if true, it should be confirmed before or by E3 this year. Speaking of E3 2018, several companies have begun confirming the dates and times for their pressers. Microsoft has confirmed that its E3 media briefing this year will be on June 10th at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time and 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The briefing will be streamed over Twitch, Mixer, and a multitude of other platforms, with people who watch it on Mixer getting the option to watch it with English closed captions, or hear it in English, French, German, Italian, Portuguese, and Spanish. There will also be an Inside Xbox show that follows the press show the next day at 3 p.m. Pacific and 6 p.m. Eastern on June 11th. This episode of Inside Xbox will focus on announcements and exclusive information. There will be further Inside Xbox streams from June 12th to 14th, although Microsoft hasn't yet timed or dated those exactly. With Microsoft having put itself in a position of strength on the hardware and services front over the last few years, all eyes are now on them to see whether or not they can deliver on the games front. Will they come out all guns blazing this E3? We'll find out in just under 2 months. Speaking of companies attending, Ubisoft has confirmed that its E3 2018 press conference will occur on June 11th at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time and 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The announcement, made over Twitter, also suggested that more details regarding what Ubisoft might have to share this year will be shared later. We don't have much idea of what to expect from the publisher, but we can presume a look at The Division 2, as well as The Crew 2, with rumors circulating about Watch Dogs 3 and the new Splinter Cell also appearing. Skull and Bones, a new Assassin's Creed expansion, as well as the latest showing of Just Dance and an update on Beyond Good and Evil 2 should also be expected. That just leaves Sony and Nintendo to announce their E3 shows and will be set for this year. There have been plenty of rumors going around regarding the development and release of the PlayStation 5. Now, in a new report by Digital Foundry, we've learned that Mark Cerny, the man behind the PS4, has already started talking to developers about the development of the PS5. Many attribute the success of the PS4 to the abilities of Cerny, who was the console's lead architect. According to the report, he has been engaged in talks with developers about their needs for the next-gen PlayStation. The report predicts that the PlayStation 5 will be out only by the last quarter of 2019 at the earliest. This is in line with what we've heard before, with several analysts predicting the PlayStation 5 not arriving until 2020 at the latest, and it certainly seems like the release of the next generation console is still quite a bit away. Hopefully, we'll get some more official information about this soon enough. It's been almost 3 years since the release of the last Halo, and so far, there hasn't been any word regarding future entries into the series, aside from 343 Industries noting that it's working hard on the new game. However, a new job listing has appeared that seems to indicate that it's for the next Halo game. The job listing is for lead graphics developer, and seems like one of the main points of focus is 4K graphics. Since this will be the first mainline Halo game to release in a while, expectations will certainly be high. It looks like 343 Industries is doing their best to ensure that the game will look great. The official description for the job listing is as follows. 343 Industries, the studio developing Halo games, is looking for a lead graphics engineer to join our team working on the next big Halo shooter experience. Be part of a studio that values collaboration, innovative thinking, and especially passion for the player. As the graphics lead, you'll be leading, managing, and contributing directly on the award-winning graphics team, collaborating closely with the art teams, and pushing the visual bar to inconceivable levels on future FPS Halo titles. The ideal candidate will have a passion for game graphics and for directing a team, love getting their hands dirty working directly with the content teams while coding incredible systems. You will drive graphical innovation and produce amazing systems and visuals for our entire future FPS Halo experiences. If stunning 60Hz 4K graphics gets you excited, this is the right job for you. The question now remains about whether the new Halo game will be announced at E3 2018 or not. It's certainly possible, so keep your eyes and ears open for any new information. One of Sony's biggest strengths over the years has been the depth they have in their exclusive software lineup, both in terms of quality and quantity. And with each passing generation, their efforts to strengthen that even further have only been getting more impressive. And it looks like that's exactly what they're going to continue to do. As per a new job listing, Sony are looking to hire people to form a new development team to work on a new, high-quality, third-person action-adventure project in collaboration with Visual Arts Service Group, or VASG, a production studio that's been known for its motion capture and animation work on games such as Uncharted 4 and God of War, among others. What's even more interesting is that the job ad claims the project will be developed in collaboration with yet another Sony studio, though what that studio is hasn't been mentioned. This high-visibility project is being developed in collaboration with a major Sony development studio the ad mentions. Though currently unannounced, we have a clear vision and plan to release. The new game development team will leverage our existing expertise and premier talent, guaranteeing a high visual quality bar for the title. Interestingly enough, it looks like the studio that this new team will be collaborating with might be Naughty Dog. As spotted by a Reset Era user, the LinkedIn profile of one Carradine Elliott claims that he's working with Naughty Dog on not only The Last of Us Part 2, but also another unannounced project. We might just hear about this game at this year's E3, though we realize that it may be a little too soon for that if the game is in the early stages of development like it seems to be. Not that that stopped Sony before, but we'll stay tuned for E3 for more information. We've all been waiting for the legendary Starfield game from Bethesda for some time now, and many are hoping that the game will be unveiled at this year's E3 event. According to some new information shared by a user over at the Reset Era forums, the game will release this fall, and we will get to know more about it at E3. First, one user, Amarmo, posted a thread speculating that Starfield would be a mobile game. To this, another user called Potterson replied and stated that the game wouldn't be a mobile game and that it was set to release this fall. He also said that an announcement about the game would be made at this year's E3. Posting inaccurate information can get you banned from Reset Era, so the community's administrators reached out to Potterson to verify his claim. Following this, community manager Sweet Nicole posted the following statement. At this time, administrators cannot verify that the contents of the quoted post made by Potterson in this thread are accurate. However, the user has shared information with us that suggests they could be in a position to know the information they claim in the post. As always, Reset Era members take full responsibility for what they post. As of now, it seems that Potterson somehow knows this information even though he isn't an industry insider, and we'll have to wait to see if he's proven right. Either way, take this information with a huge grain of salt until we receive some official confirmation. And finally, on the Bethesda front, we have a little bit of information about the next Elder Scrolls. People are excited about the Elder Scrolls 6, which is probably the biggest understatement of the century. Almost every person who follows the series has been waiting for new information, or at least some confirmation that the game is in development. However, Bethesda has been ridiculously tight-lipped about it. As it turns out though, Todd Howard, the director of the Elder Scrolls games, is keeping the next game in the series a secret even from his son. Recently speaking in a podcast of the Academy of Interactive Arts and Sciences, namely the AIAS Game Maker's Notebook, Howard mentioned that even though his son keeps asking him about the Elder Scrolls 6, he refuses to give any information on the game. He's like, okay, when is Elder Scrolls 6 coming? Howard said. And I'm like, I'm not going to talk about that right now either. He's like, okay, can I give you my ideas? Can I work on it? Come on, tell me a few things. I'm not going to tell anybody. I'm like, well, you might, so I'm not going to say anything. But it's great. I think a lot of kids want to get into video games. If you're a creator, I kind of want my own sons to find their own way, as opposed to, yes, you should absolutely make games. It's unlikely that we'll be hearing about the Elder Scrolls 6 anytime soon, even at Bethesda's E3 conference in June, especially with all the rumors about Starfield being revealed. You never know though, so stick with GamingBolt for more updates. That'll be it for this video. If you like what we're doing, please go ahead and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.